Welcome back, sports gamers. It's the Natural. I wanted to give you guys a quick update on the latest with the return of NCAA football to consoles. The hurdles to make a new NCAA licensed video game may still be around, but the licensing climate has softened somewhat in recent months. And more of that softening continued recently this past Friday as a new bill was signed into law in Florida that will make it possible for collegiate athletes to profit off of endorsements. This past Friday morning, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis signed into law SB 646, Intercollegiate Athletic Compensation and Rights Bill. This new bill, which was passed in March by the Florida State Senate, will give collegiate athletes the ability to profit off their name through endorsements. During a news conference at the University of Miami football practice facility, DeSantis stated regarding the bill, "This whole issue of student athletes is being able to receive compensation for their likeness or image is something that's been bubbling to the surface in the last couple of years." On this issue allowing collegiate athletes to receive money for endorsements, DeSantis added, "I viewed it as something that was a matter of fairness. The bill does have limits as any payment must commensurate with market value in order to preserve the integrity of intercollegiate athletes." In addition, SB 646 also states that the universities will be forbidden from paying student athletes directly. The new bill will go into effect on July 1st in 2021, a year and a half before California's bill, which is similar, goes into effect. Well, what does this change, and what does even market value mean? What is the market value for players? I guess that'll be determined when they start looking at selling jerseys and selling things with their name on it and photos, signatures and that nature. We'll see what the market, what people are willing to pay for it. But what exactly does this change? It really doesn't change much on NCAA football, NCAA basketball fronts as far as video games. While the bill does make the environment to create an NCAA licensed game more friendly to game developers, there are still some hurdles in place. In April, the NCAA did agree to adopt new rules that will allow players to profit off their name and likeness, but the group licensing is still off the table. So even though states and governing bodies are allowing players to make money off their name, it's still unlikely we'll be seeing an NCAA video game anytime in the near future until that group licensing, or they form a group where players all come together and they can license them collectively, just like we have the NFLPA and the NFL. So a lot of comments times I see people say, we don't need the players, we don't care about them. What about just, getting the schools? The thing is, the schools have to sign up for that. If the schools aren't on board and they don't want their schools in the game, it's not going to happen. The few schools that they do have in Madden already, where they have the little collegiate part and the story mode and the superstar mode, a lot of those schools, some schools sign up for that, some schools don't, and some schools kind of bailed. Actually, when the new game comes out, you won't have those same colleges because they don't want to take part of it. And EA is not going to make an NCAA football game with just 10 schools in it. They want at least a fair amount, at least the big major schools and major conferences, but those schools are not signing on board. So it's a wait and see approach as athletes really get their rights, actually getting their rights to be fairly compensated like anyone who has a position or a job should be or puts in work. That's slowly coming around, and all the people who before in past videos said I was so wrong in this issue, again, was on the wrong side of history, as that is changing now. Catch you guys in the next video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoy our content here at SGL, like, subscribe for more news, reviews, and tips from your favorite sports games. Want to take your game to the next level? Join us on Patreon and become an SGL Insider today.